Manchester United have entered into a strategic partnership with local authorities to examine how a new or redeveloped Old Trafford can be a catalyst for regenerating the area. The Old Trafford Regeneration Task Force, which was set up in March, is understood to be centering its discussions on building a new 100,000 capacity stadium rather than redeveloping the existing ground. Today, the club announced that they would be represented on an advisory team looking at how a new or redeveloped stadium can spark wider social and economic regeneration. Trafford Council and the Greater Manchester Combined Authority are also involved in the new partnership.
Man United receive encouraging news on Eberechi Eze amid transfer interest. Manchester United has been handed the news they were hoping to hear regarding Crystal Palace star Eberechi Eze, as their interest in signing him heats up ahead of the summer 2025 transfer window. Crystal Palace chairman Steve Parish has openly praised Eze, describing him as a gift for any football club, which could fuel United's desire to secure his signature. The Manchester Evening News reports that United has set their sights on Eze as a key target for the upcoming summer transfer window. Strengthening the wings is expected to be one of the club's top priorities before the 2025-26 season. Eze, who joined Palace from QPR in 2020, reportedly has a £68 million release clause in his contract that could be triggered next year. The 25-year-old was instrumental for Palace last season, scoring 11 goals and providing 4 assists in 27 Premier League appearances. He's already off to a strong start this campaign, with 2 goals across all competitions. His impressive performances have made him one of Palace's standout players in recent seasons, especially last year. Parish recently admitted he was surprised by the lack of transfer interest in Eze during the last window, given his immense talent. "I was genuinely worried, from a club perspective, about losing both Michael Ollis and EBS in the same window," Parish told Sky Sports earlier this month. "We didn't see the interest in EBS that I thought we would. I was amazed, genuinely amazed. I mean, the guy is simply an exceptional footballer, an exceptional person. He's a gift for any football club." Parish also acknowledged that Palace fans wouldn't begrudge Eze the chance to compete at the highest level one day, noting his growing role with the England national team. "No Crystal Palace fan would be upset to see that, at some point, EBS wants to play at the very highest level. He's playing regularly for England, which makes us incredibly proud." Eze, who came off the bench in England's 2-0 win over the Republic of Ireland last weekend, has made 128 appearances for Palace, tallying 28 goals and 17 assists. His contract runs until 2027, but with his talent drawing attention from the Premier League's elite, his future could be decided as early as next summer. For United, the possibility of landing such a gifted player could be a game-changer as they look to bolster their squad for future title challenges. Manchester United eyes England star with £68 million release clause as part of 4 key summer signings. After completing 5 signings in the summer of 2024, Manchester United is preparing for a similar number of major acquisitions next year. The club's tentative plan for the 2025 summer window includes targeting a central defender, midfielder, and winger, with Crystal Palace star Eberechi Eze high on their radar. Eze, 26, has caught United's attention as they look to bolster their wide attacking options. The talismanic winger stayed at Crystal Palace even after the club sold his teammate Michael Ollis to Bayern Munich for £50 million. Eze's future at Selhurst Park remains uncertain, especially with his £68 million release clause, which could be activated next year. Meanwhile, United is also closely monitoring Everton's young defender Jarrad Branthwaite. The club saw 2 bids, one for £43 million and another for £50 million, rejected over the summer. Everton values Branthwaite between £70 million and £80 million. Goodison Park was caught off guard when United swiftly moved to secure an agreement with Lille for €70 million to sign fellow defender Leny Yoro. Both Branthwaite and Eze are under contract with their respective clubs until 2027. United's wing depth has been further tested after Jadon Sancho's loan move to Chelsea, which includes an obligation to buy for a fee between £20 million and £25 million. Alejandro Garnacho, 20, and Amad Diallo, 22, remain promising but inexperienced, while Marcus Rashford's prolonged dip in form and Antony's underwhelming €100 million move have left Ten Hag's attacking options limited. Antony, in fact, has only made 1 substitute appearance this season, an 89th-minute cameo against Brighton. In defense, recent additions of Leny Yoro and Matthijs de Ligt have strengthened the centre-back position. Erik Ten Hag now has 6 central defenders to choose from, provided they're all fit. However, this could be the last season for veteran Johnny Evans, now 36, while Victor Lindelof is expected to leave at the end of the campaign unless a January exit is arranged. Additionally, Harry Maguire's future is uncertain, as he enters the final year of his contract, with United needing to decide whether to trigger a 1-year extension by the year's end. A central midfielder is another priority for 2025. Christian Eriksen's contract is set to expire in June, and United is unlikely to renew it. Casemiro's form has also been on a downward trend, casting doubt on his future as well. Both midfielders will turn 33 in February, making reinforcements a pressing need. United had brief discussions about Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi and free agent Adrien Rabiot in the last window but ultimately pursued Manuel Ugarte, whom they signed for £50.8 million. Adding to the to-do list is a specialist left-back. Tyrell Malacia has been sidelined for almost 15 months with a knee injury, and Luke Shaw is also recovering from a calf strain. Shaw has not played since February, and his injury-prone history has made his fitness a concern. Malacia's last appearance for the club was in May 2023, with his contract running until 2026. The 2025 summer window could prove pivotal as Manchester United looks to reinforce key positions and compete at the highest level. With interest in top-tier talents like Eze and Branthwaite, United's summer shopping list could significantly elevate their squad for the 2025-26 campaign. Why Erik Ten Hag must change his game day and press conference approach at Manchester United. This week, both Thursday and Saturday need to see a transformed Erik Ten Hag and Manchester United team, almost unrecognizable. Sir Alex Ferguson once told Mauricio Pochettino, "You play 2 games on match day. The first is with the press. Never lose that one." While Ten Hag didn't lose his temper during last week's press conference at Old Trafford, he did tell a reporter, "I feel sorry for you." The one most deserving of sympathy, though, was Ten Hag himself. Over the past year, he has sometimes sounded as out of touch as his compatriot, Louis van Gaal, during his final months at United. From his first tour, it was clear Ten Hag wasn't keen on media obligations, and this has become even more apparent in recent press briefings. Unlike Ferguson, who was effortlessly commanding in the press room, Ten Hag struggles to shine in that arena. But in modern football, press conferences matter almost as much as touchline behavior. With fans tuning in from their cars or homes, these performances set the tone. It's our job as journalists to ask the tough questions when results fall short, but many United fans have admired how Liverpool's Arne Slot dissected United's tactics live on air, showing superior clarity and communication skills compared to Ten Hag. This matters. Slot, a Dutchman only 3 months into his tenure, is coaching against another Dutchman in his 3rd year at United. Sooner or later, Ten Hag's constant mentions of winning 2 trophies will become a running joke on social media. Someone within the club needs to advise him to move on from that narrative. The league is the true barometer of progress, and last season United finished 8th. It's only due to some leniency from the decision-makers at the club that Ten Hag isn't being judged on all 52 matches, but rather on a single FA Cup final. No wonder Ten Hag keeps referencing his past triumphs, he's clinging to them. However, those victories are history. Even Jose Mourinho only basked in his double cup success from 2017 during the post-match press conference after the Europa League final. United's first trophy under Ten Hag came over 18 months ago, in a season where they finished above Liverpool. This should remind everyone that the idea of Ten Hag needing time is an excuse. United dropped so far down the league table last season that it was reminiscent of their struggles in the 1980s. Some of United's online fanbase took issue with how journalists behaved in the debriefing after the FA Cup final in May. Those looking to attend future press conferences went so far as to label some journalists as W************* for questioning Ten Hag's approach. But after Liverpool's thrashing of United, there was less social media outrage directed at Ian Ladyman, the reporter who asked the tough but necessary questions. Some within United still took offense at his line of questioning, suggesting journalists should frame their inquiries more like one writer who tends to lob easy, non-controversial questions. Defending Ten Hag has become as shaky as England's second innings at the Oval. No one envies the pressure Ten Hag is under, but managing Manchester United comes with that territory. After all, the team had just lost 3-0 at home for the 3rd time in a year. When Ten Hag steps up to the microphone at Carrington on Thursday, he must present a new image. Manchester United has a new, well-regarded communications director in Toby Craig, formerly of Chelsea and Manchester City. While Craig doesn't sit with Ten Hag during press conferences, his influence could help shape a more polished approach. We should be ready for more of the same from Ten Hag, though. After United scraped through to the FA Cup semi-final against Coventry, Ten Hag described the media coverage as embarrassing and a disgrace. This unpredictability in how United will perform on the field reflects the uncertainty in their communication strategy. From the 79th minute against Brighton, we saw the all-too-familiar United: poor game management, baffling substitutions, conceding late goals, failing to protect the defense, and ultimately being outclassed 3-0 at home. Ten Hag and United need to be unrecognizable this week. The manager must start engaging with the fans in his press conferences, finding tactical solutions in midfield, and fielding the informed wingers against Southampton. Louis van Gaal once demanded an apology from reporters in December 2015, saying, "I think I've already been sacked. I read I was sacked." 5 months later, he lifted the FA Cup during his final press conference at Wembley, just 2 days before he was officially dismissed. Ten Hag didn't hoist the cup in May, but he's certainly mentioned it more than enough times since.